Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Marvel's Avengers, where I want to talk about a couple things first, before we explore this station and inevitably find Captain America as the source of the regenerative formula. First off, I want to make it a rule that from now on, I'm not allowed to comment about how there are too few buttons, too many things performed by the same button, or how, like, fighting in groups just causes a lot of chaos. These are features. I think I've said as much as I need to. Anything past that is overkill. I would like to take a moment to talk about the last section of the game that I played, which was flying up through space. It was a very minimally interactive experience, but it was a minimal interactive experience done without a tutorial for the sake of interactivity. And that's, I think, the biggest problem I have with it. Because, like, as a game mechanic, it does not fit into the mold with anything else you do in the game. Because everything else that needs to be designed, needs to be worked on, needs to be really developed, has to be the stuff that goes into the multiplayer, the group tactics, the actual fighting and the combat. The actual jettison into space sequence needs to be assembled, functional, working, and that is not the priority, because as a player, you're only going to experience it once, most likely, though I do know people have played through the campaign again. Now, because they actually requested it. It was not an actual feature at first. But you would only experience it for the most part just once. Like, my question is, why wasn't it just a cutscene? Like, it would have been faster to develop as a cutscene. It would have been simpler to develop as a cutscene. But for some reason, somebody felt that some measure of interactivity was necessary for the play of the game, and that measure of activity is just there. Like, you hold the analog stick in the direction it wants you to hold it in. There isn't really any feeling that what you're doing matters that much to what's going on screen. You're just more or less heading straight, but you still have to, like, drag your analog stick one way or drag your analog stick the other way in order to keep yourself from failing the QuickTime event. Ultimately, that, I think, is my argument. That if you're going to make a sequence that is different in gameplay design from everything else and is not going to be repeated anywhere else, you have to ask the question, is it interesting? Is it as good as everything else? Because if it's not, then it does not belong.
Well, only way is up.
Also, aren't all of their goons robots? Like, what's stopping them from filling this space station up with goons? But then the emptiness of the station has its own atmosphere. Oh, hold on. I almost didn't even notice that. All right.
Unauthorized life forms detected.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, hey, you mean me?
Hold on. There's a bug flying around me, and it's being very distracting.
If that didn't wake up the robocards, I'm not sure anything will.
I should probably mess around with the rockets a bit, considering the fact that I spent the points on them and have yet to use them once. And they do seem pretty cool. They do blow up pretty well. Is there anything up? No.
Most of the power in this place is being diverted to that single room.
Huh. Maybe that's also the reason for the lack of cannons and the lack of
Crashing through
enemies.
their airlock didn't wake up the robot guard dogs. Maybe they're here to keep something in, not out.
And that amount of power is required in order to keep that something in.
There it is.
Yes, the loot. Exactly what I came here for. Now let's go back down to Earth somehow. How does Tony plan to get back to Earth? His suit is malfunctioning.
Bingo. That's not ominous at all. Oh my God. Cap. Oh, please be alive. Steve. Steve? Holy shit, you're alive. Tony. What is all this stuff? Where am I?
Highly predictable, but still
Are you hugging me? What? No, I just didn't want you to fall. Then why aren't you letting go? We thought... I thought that... It's good to have you back, Captain. I'm so confused. Yeah, come on. Gotta get you out of here. Come on. Wait. Tarleton. Did he survive? Tarleton? Who cares? What? The explosion, he was too close.
He survived. Thanks to you, apparently. And Monica, if you believe the news stories.
That doesn't make sense.
still a touching reunion. I'm not going to argue with that.
I got you. The evacuation. All those people.
Yeah, we'll get to that. You think you can walk?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm good. Let's do this.
Well, there's the Cap I remember. Come on.
Okay. What's the plan?
Yeah, what is the plan? You didn't exactly bring me a suit.
Escape?
You're winging this, aren't you?
Yes.
That's the Tony Stark way, really.
Actually, didn't think I'd make it this far.
Tony, where is everyone? Where's here?
That is an excellent question.
Oh, well, we're in space.
Also, when's here is also a good question. And, yeah,
My God. You weren't kidding.
Nope.
yeah, we're... Oh, what is here? AIM Space Lab.
I find myself talking to him. I know his particular set of abilities don't give him the intelligence to understand what I'm trying to accomplish here, but lacking a similar intellectual confidant leaves me speaking with the ether, in subject's general direction. There's so much more we could gain from him beyond a regenerative formula or rapid cellular duplication or any other plate I currently have spinning. But that requires waking a sleeping dragon. And I happen to enjoy having my head firmly on my shoulders. Anyway, blood cultures are looking just as remarkable as last month, and the month before that. I almost feel bad keeping this kind of marvel from George, but I suppose there are actually 2 sleeping dragons in my life at this moment.
And I suppose that is also the reason, one of the reasons why she's keeping the formula for the regenerative formula to the formula for the formula, the parts for the regenerative formula, so secretive, is because like she'd have to explain that she gets it from Captain America in space.
Tony, what's happening?
Well, it's a long story.
Yes, Tony, tell me. Oh, okay. I was just stuck in place for a second. That's okay.
How long was I?
Well, 5 years. Which, by your standards, is just a power.
Starting to think people just prefer me on ice.
See? You're already making jokes. Corny ones. But that's normal for you.
Corny jokes are the best jokes, though. Maybe not the best, but as good, sometimes it's as good as you can hope for. Ah, hello.
What is this?
Don't leave us just yet.
Monica! Long time no see. Can't imagine your buddy Tarleton was too thrilled about using superhero blood to replace superheroes.
He leaves the details to me. Stop what you're doing. Now.
Wait a minute. Georgie doesn't know about any of this.
And he never will.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Tony!
I'm working on it. All right, got it. Let's go.
Can Captain America breathe in space?
What the hell?
Oh, don't mind the killer robots.
Hurry! Get it over!
I'm trying. For a dead guy, you're really pushy.
All right. Ah, I dodged at the red, or at the yellow.
I'm gonna have to brute force this thing.
Why didn't you start with that?
I'm trying to parry, but it's clearly not working that well. Ah. All right, let's just do strong attacks. I don't like the fact. Okay, I probably should not just stop worrying about the fact that my attacks cannot stagger enemies, even if they're heavy.
Help me out here.
Okay. Let's get out of here.
Got it!
There we go.
Tony! We got company! No time for a fight. Let's move.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Ah, damn it!
Watch that
Yeah.
glass cap. It can't hold your weight.
I would imagine not. Okay, this is cool.
Almost there, Cap.
And then the floor becomes the wall. Oh, never mind. There I go. I should have double jumped there. That's fine. You know, I'm tempted to just turn off
They're right behind
the
They're right behind me.
the vibrating controller feature. I've never really liked it as a feature.
Tony, hurry!
Like it's or should I say I regularly don't like it as a feature. Yeah, that's good enough. Not quite the Captain America vibranium shield, but it'll do in a pinch. Like the only times, it's very rare when adding rumble really helps. Like the Nintendo Switch, its rumble is smart enough to actually be more interesting. Oh, are we just floating through space now?
Well, good news is we're not gonna die in a fiery ball of death.
And the bad news?
We'll most likely suffocate first.
Oh, that's a very Iron Man thing to say.
Well, at least it's a good view.
That it is. Damn it. So close.
I'm glad that Tony Stark just gave up immediately.
Well, since we're gonna die anyway, you have any, I don't know, last confessions?
Your jokes. I just don't get them.
I know, I read your diary. Why'd you smash the reactor, Cap? A lot of people died.
Tony, there was something buried deep beneath the bay. Somehow linked to the reactor, working its way to the surface every minute.
It's the earthquake.
I had to do something. The entire San Andreas fault was about to blow. The ocean would have consumed the city. Millions would have died.
Oh.
Never doubted you for a second.
So have you
Just had to hear it, you know?
actually looked in the San Francisco Bay?
The hell is that?
Is that somebody who can teleport? No, it's Thor. Of course Thor's going to save the day.
Always going to save the day. I expect nothing less from the God of Thunder.
Hi, Thor.
Welcome back, Captain.
Is this going to be a safe landing? And where is she getting that camera footage? Oh, hold on. Was Tarleton spying on her?
This was your regenerative formula.
George?
Of course, it's not unknown.
How long have I been your lab?
Ah.
I knew you'd react like this. You'd rather die than need something from them.
Modoc.
I trusted you.
Oh my
Saved your
gosh.
life.
He's just all head,
Control
no body
machines
now.
With your mind. Just think of
You
all the
infected me with his blood. It could have killed me.
But it didn't. Remember the dream, George.
How could you make me one of them?
I made you strong.
You stole my hope. And now, I am going to give you the same odds that I had.
Oh, is he injecting her with the Terrigen mist?
I will rid the Earth of superpowers. Even if it has to end with me.
You know, I know absolutely nothing about Modoc from the comics, including the proper pronunciation. Is it Modoc? 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 Modoc sounds off. Sounds really off. Ah.
Steve.
Nat. God, it's good to see you.
Listen, if I had known you were alive, that they had you.
This isn't on you. Tarleton didn't even know Monica had me.
A-Day. The heist. Monica hired Taskmaster to steal a Terrigen crystal.
His men triggered the security protocols. initiating the Chimera's autopilot. But that thing in the bay, that was unexpected.
The heat signal. It must have been what caused the earthquake that took down the city.
Now, Monica was already talking about the idea of discovering these alien landmarks, referencing the Terrigen.
Ned, I just keep thinking, if I hadn't, all those people...
No. This is not your fault. That ship was never supposed to be in the air. I would have done the same thing.
You're alive.
Ah,
I knew it.
it's Kamala.
I'm sorry. Come on. You should really see this.
All right. Is it just my room, or is it something more interesting? Or is it the Avengers all gathered together in one room, allied against one cause? Which is also strong.
Welcome back, Captain Rogers. I know I speak for everyone when I say that you are a sight for sore eyes.
Thanks, Jarvis. It's good to be back.
Since the Chimera's near crash into Manhattan, the situation has become dire. I fear AIM will use this as an opportunity to ramp up their persecution of all the Inhumans.
We can't let that happen. The world needs the Avengers now more than ever.
We are preparing for our final confrontation with AIM.
Oh, all right.
I've completed my analysis of Mr. Stark's plans to equip the Avengers for this anticipated confrontation, and will need some special materials to complete them.
Thanks, Jarvis. Time for us to get back in fighting form. Let's see what we need.
Excellent, sir. As part of the effort, we might want to help our allies. Commander Hill and Dr. Pym are both reporting serious difficulty in coordinating our efforts due to AIM's draconian control over world communication networks.
How can we help?
They have requested we destroy AIM's main communication hub to help unite the Resistance efforts.
Let's oblige them, old friend.
Yes. The Resolute Captain mission chain is available. I probably should also do the training for Captain America.
Working with ex-AIM scientists in a remote part of Scandinavia have started cropping up on the news. This may be part of AIM's propaganda campaign against the Avengers, but it bears investigation.
Agreed. Let's get Thor on this ASAP.
Yeah, and now I can also play as Thor. For he is mighty. Oh, that's the strongest stuff I've got. Actually, can I actually talk to vendors now? And also, I should probably just go to my room so I could see it. Where is... Well, there's Thor Odinson's room. Where he...
Maybe I should ask Thor to help me decorate.
Really? He's got rugs on rugs on rugs. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And he's got another rug just rolled up in the back. Maybe you shouldn't ask Thor on how to decorate. That's just too many rugs. Maybe even a criminal amount of rugs going on there. Let's see, Clint Barton, but I haven't started the Hawkeye stuff. I'm sure Kate Bishop then has a door. That's an interesting way to set up character choice because it does kind of limit how many characters you can fit. Like, you have to start stretching out the model for the ship in order to fit additional characters. All right, Captain Rogers, your room is available to you. What is in it? It's got a punching bag.
Gotta get this installed. I'm a bit out of shape.
Of course, that's his biggest issue.
Ah, my old encyclopedia set. I still can't get used to this internet thing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure your old encyclopedia set might be a little bit outdated, too.
Proud of what S.H.I.E.L.D. has become.
Ah, it's Peggy.
Wish you could be here to see it. Oh yeah. Much better than a cryopod.
What is...
A bit older, but I don't know about wiser.
Yeah, eventually the wise part just kind of flattens out. It grows at like in a exponential curve and then flattens out once you get a certain age. Let's see. There's faction vendor. There's cosmetic vendors. I'm gonna go see if I can buy some stuff real quick, and then cut to after that. Alright, let's check out what assignments are available. I'm probably not going to jump on the main mission too quickly. Global assignments represent objectives that can be completed through multiple activities across all available regions. Global assignments for certain steps of a mission chain are anchored on the reward table for quick and easy access to track progress. Okay, we're 21 missions into the game and already... Oh, never mind. This is something we've already... like a kind of mission we've already been doing. We've been doing global assignments for... Harvest energy amplifiers from fallen prime synthoids. Harvest optic decoders from fallen riotbots. Alright, so that's basically something you do while doing a mission. Let's take a look at the objectives menu. Yeah, let's not worry about that yet. Let's do some Captain America training and then some Thor training. That way we can at least move them along. And also have a little bit better idea how to play as these characters, because the last time I played as Captain America, for one, was in Mission 1 of the game. Though I suppose every character kind of has a very similar...
It has been a while after all.
Flow, should I say. Like dodging, attacking, there are certain differences. You know, I was going to taunt that guy, but then he just hit me, so maybe that would have been me calling his bluff and then he immediately doing the same. Look for yellow and blue indicators to warn of any attacks. Hold R trigger to shield block. Press to right when the attack hits for a parry. Enemy attacks with red indicator require a parry or perfect dodge. You know, I haven't actually tried parrying a red indicator. Maybe now that I've actually read this. There we go. That's nice. Yes. Take that. Oh yeah. After this. Launch enemies in the air using YYY. Then A to jump in the air. Continue attacking using X. There are other attacks and combos that launch enemies in the air, exposing them to follow-up juggle attacks. 1 second while I do something real quick. I turned off the rumble. That's a slower combo, considering like how many hits it takes. Like Like, it only takes a few hits to knock them in the air, but, like, each hit is very slow. But then again, this is a strong attack, and strong attacks are generally slower. No rumble is a joy in this case. Press left shoulder button to rally teammates to action. Enemies in proximity and those attacked while rally cry is active are marked. Enemies marked by rally cry take additional damage from all sources. All right. Yeah, they definitely do take. Additional damage.
I stand corrected. Not rusty at all.
Make use of those moves
Speed, Captain.
to succeed. Yes. You know, wow. I find Captain America much more straightforward, even versus like Hulk. Actually, yeah, more straightforward than Hulk and Kamala. Because he's more of like a action guy. Whereas, I don't know, I'm trying to think about the differences between the heroes. Like, here we go. Kamala has abilities to heal, which makes her more of a support role. The Hulk has abilities to become huge and take out bad guys. Whereas, like, Cap is still a bit on the support side of things, but, like, his support role just kind of adds to what he's already doing. Can I parry this guy? I mean, I probably can. Yeah. Fantastic. Why, hello! Why are you covered in purple? Why are you out of phase? I forget how that works. There we go. And there should be somebody trying to hit me from range. Excuse me, sir. Who gave you the right to slightly dodge to the left? One more wave or am I done?
I must admit, it is so good to see you in your element.
I'm done. Fantastic. And I got a comic book. All right, now I can see what I have to do next as Cap. Yeah, for the Resolute Captain, complete Rocket's Red Glare. Where are you, Rocket's Red Glare? Also, by now, I probably should consider doing the harm challenges, because I've got characters who are higher up. Maybe I can do it as Kamala. Because I have more... Like, I need to earn 750 Inhuman experience, and I need that for the Miss Marvel mission. Where is the Rocket's Red Glare? I do not see it. So we will do some Thor training instead. unlock a comic book, never read it, that sort of thing. Well, it's just the comic book cover. Like, that's one of the things that I felt was most interesting about Mafia 2. In Mafia 2, you unlocked... Or was it Mafia 3, or was it both? I forget which.
I'm sorry to inform you,
I think it was
not able to
both,
replicate
actually.
Your brother's likeness onto the holographic robots. I still think you'll have a good time.
But the collectible in that game was issues of Playboy, but specifically of the time. So, like, for Mafia 2, you were collecting issues, like, covers of Playboy of, like, the 1950s or so. And Mafia 3, I want to say you were collecting copies of Playboy from, like, the 1960s and 70s. And that also included the articles. So you could actually read, like, old articles from 60s and 70s Playboys, see the old original advertisements. Which was interesting. And I want, like, it would be neat to have that same sort of access with Marvel Comics. Like, not just to be able to see the comic book cover. Defensive abilities are limited by the amount of Odin Force intrinsic energy. Energy is depleted when a defensive ability is used and recharges over time through offensive actions. When intrinsic energy is depleted, Odin Force will not function. Press B to dodge and avoid incoming attacks if there is no intrinsic energy available to counter. Use Odin Force also damages nearby enemies, and pairing attacks will stagger enemies. Okay. I can do that. I definitely can do that. Ah, there we go. And now I'll destroy you, weak proto-synthoid. And you too as well, proto-synthoid. These proto-synthoids have nothing. Press LB to activate Warrior's Fury, overcharging Odin Force energy beyond its normal limits. While overcharged, damaging electricity arcs out to nearby enemies. All attacks are imbued with lightning, and nearby team members are granted temporary invincibility. Alright. That sounds awesome. Oh, I have to do that. I was not charged on Warrior's Fury. I don't know if I don't like or do like the sound that Thor's hammer makes. There's this very metallic thunk. Yeah, that's plenty of time.
I've calibrated these next robots to provide a challenge for you. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Why, hello. Yeah, so you really have to focus, like, enemies don't stagger. I said I wasn't going to talk about that. How do I... Oh, yeah. I forgot about that feature. Can I use it on a blocking enemy? Nope. Not if I aim poorly. Yeah, and now the ride bot is stuck on the floor because he's not worthy. I can't use the hammer, but the strongest guy in the room now cannot fight me. And his ability to block doesn't help him anything against the might of the hammer, which makes perfect sense. Like, how can you block something you cannot lift?
It's an honor to watch you work, Mr. Odinson. And you barely broke anything this time.
Alright, I think this is where I'm going to stop for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.